Hello, welcome to HITC Sport. Alright, okay, so there's been a bit of a winter break in the Premier League. I'm disappointed. What will we talk about? The fact that there were just 4 Premier League goals on a bastard Saturday? I purposefully avoided Match of the Day all afternoon so that I could sit down and enjoy an avalanche of unexpected goals. It was the biggest letdown since Valentine's Day. The only card I got was off my mother. And even that was just her reminding me on a monthly basis that she'd rather have taken the pill. So there's a winter break. What will I talk about? The fact that Liverpool won again? The fact that Wolves and Leicester played out a goalless draw that honestly bored every spectator into a near coma? The fact that James sneezed into everyone's face live on camera. Thanks, lad. Think you got a bit of snot on my face. The fact that Collie Woodrow scored again. Forfeits coming this week, lads. And plenty more filming of the Sunderland skit. Even the mainstream media has been such a boring week. They're having to resort to writing stories about Cristiano Ronaldo's diet. Lads, unless it involves 6 plates of pigeon wings and teeth from a baby bear, I don't care. But thankfully, we've been saved. We have something to talk about. Manchester City, oh wow. You know that 12-year-long resuscitation of a stagnant club? With the likes of Schleichmans who are breathing life back into what was once a dying club. Suddenly there's billions of pounds, world-class signings, iconic managers and trophies, lots and lots of trophies. Yeah, it's February 2020, City are currently 25 points off the Premier League summit. For Christ's sake, they are closer to bastard Brighton than they are to Liverpool. Lads, City were closer to the top of the table back in 2005 when they had Kiku Musampa and Joey Barton. Well, now they've just been kicked out of Europe for 2 years. We've all seen the report. UEFA banned them from the Champions League for 2 seasons as a result of allegedly breaking financial fair play rules. They're alleged to have inflated a sponsorship agreement, apparently sidestepping the financial fair play in an illegal way. So apparently the subsequent downfall of Man City is all down to just one man, Rui Pinto. This is a man who reportedly accessed 70 million documents and who exposed the papers linking Man City with these alleged break-in rules. This is a fellow who spent his days hacking into club emails from the comfort of his home in Portugal back in 2015. He's essentially just some nerd who is stuffed in a box room, no doubt smelling of 6-month-old spunk. And because of him, City are now out of Europe for 2 bastard years. This fellow himself is currently in jail because even if he exposed the wrongdoing of football clubs, obtaining the information by hacking into private documents online, it doesn't really go down too well in the court of law, so good luck, Pinto. This is a man almost responsible for the death of Man City. I'm guessing if he ever stumbles his way out of jail and finds himself a seat at Old Trafford, he'd have fans queuing up to kiss his feet. And then the United fans will quickly sober up and remember that Pinto has almost single-handedly destroyed the last lingering threat of competition to Liverpool, opening up the door for them to record 5 unchallenged titles back to back to back. It's at that point United fans will probably feel like chucking Pinto in front of the first train to London. Simply put, they're not happy and will be appealing, but should this appeal fall dead in the water, oh Christ, this could really be the end of Man City. Lads, if the Court of Arbitration for Sport upholds this 2-year ban, then not only will City have to completely restructure their finances, it will also be subject to an investigation from 2012 to 2016, which could impact on their previous finishes in the table. City could yet be stripped of the 2014 Premier League title, which means that Steven Gerrard will be a Premier League champion after all. Because when Juventus was stripped of their titles in the mid-noughties for match fixing, they were given a 2nd place Inter Milan. So I'm guessing the slip, the collapse at Crystal Palace, Luis Suarez's tears on the pitch, apparently none of this matters now and should all be deleted from our memories. It will completely rewrite history. It's like Back to the Future 4, except not casting Michael J. Fox. If you had him reading the script, the film would probably be 8 hours long. But instead of the narrative being that Gerrard chopped away his only chance at Premier League glory in one miscontrol against Chelsea, before seeing his confidence and reputation flushed down the toilet, being laughed out of the Premier League as a walking meme and retiring in shame. Instead, he will have a Premier League winner's medal wrapped around his neck, one he'll probably never take off. Price of right now, he's probably dancing around his house, begging for City's appeal to fail. I guess this would mean that the entire internet will have to start apologizing for Steven Gerrard memes. Will it make this upcoming First League title in 30 years sort of anticlimactic? When Jordan Henderson grabs the trophy and hoists it aloft at Anfield, soaked in blood, sweat and tears, Liverpool fans can sort of just point to Wikipedia and say, no, we actually did this in 2014. You know, back when we had John Flanagan and Colo Torre at back. Lads, what if Man City get stripped of the 2012 title? Do we suddenly have to delete all memories of that iconic Sergio Aguero goal? Was that all for nothing? Was that last minute strike essentially rendered meaningless? Do Man United get those medals now? Did Martin Tyler almost break his voice for nothing? Wouldn't that be so typical of Man City? They win the lottery, win the leagues, become one of the biggest clubs on the planet, and then they have to take it all back. Man City fans, this must feel like some horrendous nightmare. You know when you got taken over by Sheikh Mansour, Robinho came in, all the trophies are followed, you probably thought this is too good to be true. Looks like it is. I feel for these fans, because honestly, this must be the worst nightmare in the world. Let's talk about what this means. A lack of Europe for Man City. Right. Man City have all the money in the world, yes. But as it stands, they're not going to be a Champions League club. They're not even going to be a Europa League club. We've seen how hard the likes of Man United and Arsenal have found attracting any players of any real quality. Now that they're slumming in Europe's second-rate competition, Man City don't even have that. Are they just going to be resorted to signing Odion Ighalo's cousin? If this ban gets upheld, do you think Kevin De Bruyne is going to want to stick it out playing for just 3 trophies? 3 trophies he's already won. Actually, one of those is the Carabao Cup. 2.5 trophies. I really have no time for that competition. Raheem Sterling, Sergio Aguero, these men want Champions League glory. As for Pep Guardiola, a man who's won the competition twice before, do you think he's going to be happy spending his midweek nights stuck in watching Emmerdale with a wife? No, he'd probably rather drink a bowl full of glue. He is going 100%. This man will leave in the summer and you'll end up with someone like Julian Nagelsmann, whose first port of call will be trying to steady a sinking ship. Can you imagine how many world-class players will be off? Make no mistake about it, yes, Man City has a lot of pull factors. Great coach, world-class teammates, a jaw-dropping salary, but also the prospect of Champions League glory. Make no mistake about it. This is a sizable reason why pretty much every single player in the Man City squad joined, because the owners always had a vision. They always promised this trophy, and now they can't win it until at least 2023. Lads, we've seen top players stand by their clubs in the past, like Gianluigi Buffon, Alessandro Del Piero, and David Trezeguet. All credit to them. They essentially made like the Titanic captain and stayed with the ship, slugging it out on bog standard pitches in Serie B for a year, welcoming the likes of John Along Boomsong into their defence. Lads, their stock was high. All 3 of them had just played in a World Cup final. They could have gone anywhere, but stuck it out. Fair play. So it can happen. Players can show loyalty and stay at a club swimming in punishments. But just remember who left Juventus that year. Zlatan Ibrahimovic, gone. Fabio Cannavaro, gone. Emerson, gone. Gianluca Zambrotta, gone. Adrian Mutu, gone. Lilian Thuram, gone. Olivier Capot, gone, but nobody really gave a shit. Lads, loyalty in football is wafer thin these days. And yeah, I know Juventus' punishment is extreme, and this isn't as bad as that. City aren't suddenly going to be travelling to Blackburn and Luton Town next season, but a lack of European football, the biggest club prize in football. City fans, if you don't think you're going to lose your best players because of this, then you're absolutely deluding yourself. According to this ruling, the next time De Bruyne can compete for a Champions League medal, he'll be 31 years of age. And so now the talk is at Liverpool, as if they couldn't stamp their authority at the top of English football even further, and now being heavily linked with the best player in the Premier League. They probably think this is some weird dream. I've got to say though, being kicked out of Europe, I can't help but think this is karma for some of the Man City fans and their treatment of this competition, slapping on the paranoid tin hats and claiming corruption. Well, as it stands, City, apparently you're the ones guilty of corruption. These are the same set of fans who, instead of appreciating European nights, you know, considering just a little over a decade ago, they were forking out season tickets to go and watch Ben Thatcher and Danny Mills, instead of pinching themselves at even being involved at this level of European competition. Nah, they instead decided to boo the Hello Champions League anthem. How ungrateful can you be? These were the same lads who reacted to a fair VAR decision against Tottenham in the Champions League by threatening to boycott the competition and protest. Well, it looks like you don't need to boycott it now, lads. You're already gone. Jurgen Klopp has come out and said that he feels for Pep Guardiola and Man City. Yeah, feels absolutely delighted, I'd say. Make no mistake about it, lads. If City are resigning to a mass exodus and resort back to signing over-the-hill mercenaries, you know, when you brought in Robinho and Emmanuel Adebayor without Europe, purely because you slapped a fat paycheck in front of their noses, then things are gonna get ugly fast. You'll be dragging lads with no ambition for anything that doesn't resemble an extra knot on their bank account. I don't want to go too over the top, lads, but from where I'm sitting, if City's appeal doesn't work, then this is gonna open the door for Liverpool to record an almost unrivaled decade of dominance, adding to that first Premier League title win back in 2014. Oh lads, let me know in the comment section below. Does this mark the end of Man City? Am I overreacting big time? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to go like, share and subscribe. And as always, I'll talk to you in a while.